The moment I wake up every day afraid of saying something wrong because it might end in insults or beating. Or another woman who is not allowed to work because her husband says, as long as you're under my roof, you don't need your own money. And he doesn't give her enough money to take care of herself. A teenager who is harassed on her way to school every day was being told, just ignore them. That's how boys behave. The young man is constantly mocked because he chose a career people think is not for men, and he suffers abuse because he doesn't fit society's expectation. Welcome to another episode of Know Your Rights, and today we're going to be talking about gender-based violence. What is gender-based violence? Why should you care? When many people hear the word gender-based violence, they immediately think of physical assault, or they think of it's a woman issue. But no, it's, it's much bigger than physical assault, and it's much broader than just women issue. Not every form of violence leaves bruises. Some leave fear, some destroy confidence. A husband constantly belittling his wife, or parent looking down on their children. Some rob people of their dignity, and others it leaves them emotional scars that take years to heal. And these are not just men issue. Like we said in our previous episode, or we were talking about the FAB Act, it protects persons. So this is not just a woman issue; it's a person issue. It's an issue of protecting the dignity of humans. So now, what is gender-based violence? Gender-based violence refers to harmful acts committed against a person because of their gender. So because of my gender, you because of my gender, I'm being marginalized. And most times it comes from unequal power, discrimination, stereotype, or harmful beliefs because the roles of men because or harmful beliefs about the roles of men and women. So that you're a woman, why do you want to work? As long as you're under my roof, I'll protect you, I'll provide for you, you don't have to work. So this is not just women abuse, it's human rights issue. Like I say, it has everything to do about humans. Gender-based violence is not violence that is being done against a woman. No, this is gender-based violence is violence that is being done towards a person because of that person's gender. So you constantly face abuse from a particular person because of your gender, or it's because that okay, I want to be a chef, and then you know it's when I should cook. So why are you being a chef? So that's another abuse. So it's abuse that is being towards a man because he chose a career that people think is women's work. A girl will be denied of education simply because she get married anyways. So why do you want to work? So all these are different forms of violence that is being done to different people. A woman, no, a man, no, boy, girl, whoever it is, as long as you're a person. And then this abuse is done to you because of your gender. So all these are just unfortunate situations, and then there are offences that are recognized by the Nigerian law. So you go a family matter, it's a family matter, it's recognized under the law. And there is punishment that is being prescribed for it as well. So there's some of the misconceptions that people have when they hear GBV. And one of these is people often say is it's a family matter. You should just enjoy it. It's not your husband because he slapped you, he not beat you, he only slapped you, and then you're complaining. But that's our culture. If you don't beat a woman, how would she know that he loves me? That he loves her? But violence should never be normalized. And culture should never be an excuse for abuse. Love should never require someone to live in fear. We should all we should always have to be about the respect that you have for one another. Why should we care? Gender-based violence affects all of us. It destroys families. It affects children's mental health. It limits education, it affects workplaces, it weakens the community. Just imagine a community that is constantly reporting cases of rape. How would that community be? It will weaken that community. So if you want a better Nigeria, we must build homes and communities where everyone can live free from violence. So the good news is that the law provides protection, and in our next episode, we are discussing about each of these violences and then the provisions of the law when it comes to. We are going to break it down in simple language so that everybody can be able to understand, everybody can be able to relate with it. And you're able to know, okay, what it is. So you know what it is, what it protects, and why it matters. Silence isn't always loud. Sometimes it is silence someone lives with every day. So let's be more aware. Let's speak up. Let's contact one another I'm Bruce Ahmed, and this is Rebirth. And knowledge empowers, courage transforms, and every voice matters. Stay informed, stay empowered, and remember, your voice matters.